Happy Lonely Friday! We are live at youtube.com/notsam. Hope everybody's doing well on this very, very lonely Friday night, but we wouldn't have it any other way, would we? It's the loneliest name in late night, the loneliest show on the internet. It's Sam Roberts now, and we have got a lot to cover tonight. I appreciate all of you being here already. Don't forget to hit like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn your alerts on. Don't forget to send in those super chats. I see the chats are already coming in. SmackDown was rad. Thoughts on the draft. You're going to have to wait for the wrestling podcast for the thoughts on the draft. I'm excited about Hit Row, though. Hit Row. And Austin Theory. I'm excited about a lot of stuff. But there is a lot to talk about. I couldn't possibly do it all alone. Don't forget, every super chat will get read. So if you really don't want me avoiding topics, if you don't want me sitting there going like, yeah, I'll talk about the draft later. No, motherfucker, you're talking about the draft right now. Super chat it in. I won't have any other option. And you know who's going to hold me to that? You know who's going to keep me honest? The man who always keeps me honest. Ladies and gentlemen, the Hot Doge is here. Hot Doge.
Hello, Sam. Nice to see
here.
you again. Missed you.
I know you did. I know you did. How you doing, Hot Doge?
I'm like that pet that when the owner leaves the house, they think that they've been abandoned forever. And then the owner comes back.
I'm like, I'm back here with lunch. It was 1 hour. I was gone. That's that.
Sam.
Yeah.
You're back.
And you knock over the children to make sure that you're the first person who gets the attention.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, Hot Dog. I am glad that you're here. You know, I mean, I'm sitting here, right? And before the show started, I was looking, you know, I buy Blu-rays. You know, I'm like, I was.
Put you on, fam.
You did put me on a little bit. I was far away. I remember, I try to keep things as honest as humanly possible. I specifically remember a time where you were like, I just got this 4K Blu-ray player. And I was like, you're an idiot, stupid, dumb idiot. Why would anybody buy that, you moron, stupid idiot? And then like 2 years later, I'm sitting there Googling region-free Blu-ray DVD players. Like,
wow.
You know,
I don't even go that far.
Oh, no. I got all kinds of, I got a 4K Blu-ray player upstairs. I got a region-free
PS5?
That's a painful topic. I got a region, I want to get a 4K Blu-ray player for upstairs and downstairs. Because 4K is automatically region-free. There's no, region, so you could play discs from anywhere in the world. But I got the region-free standard Blu-ray player downstairs because I'm like, I get the PS5, and that's what I'll use to play my 4K Blu-rays. Except it's not that easy to get a PS5. I don't know if you knew that, Hot Dog. I got one. I was able to, use my ways and get one for retail. That one's sitting in your apartment, collecting dust.
Right.
Collecting dust.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I was just last week. You weren't around. You abandoned me.
I did.
And I booted up UFC 4.
Was it good?
It's great. The graphics are awesome.
I'm sure. Super crisp, right? Super crisp.
Super crisp. You're gonna love it.
Yeah, but I'm looking there, right? And I keep up. I've got all these like boutique Blu-ray companies, distributors that I go to now. Like Vinegar Syndrome puts out movies like every month. They put out like 4 movies, and like I always see what Shout Factory is doing. I always see what like a whole bunch. I don't want to forget anybody. Severin. There's a lot of them. And I'm sitting there and I'm behind. I got like a stack of Blu-rays that I'm like, I got to watch these. but there's too much. There's too much great stuff to watch. I'm in the middle of, I think it's my 5th Sopranos rewatch, which is, that is also a hindrance when I'm trying to catch up on watching Blu-rays. I can't because I got, so many more episodes of The Sopranos to rewatch for either the 5th or the 6th time. When I say I think it's the 5th time, it's definitely not the 4th time. It's definitely at least.
I respect it.
It's definitely at least the 5th time. And I do have a fun Sopranos idea that I think we're going to bring to the YouTube channel next week. But even my Sopranos, so the Sopranos rewatch interrupted my bad B movie Blu-ray watching. And now my Sopranos rewatch is getting interrupted by new shows that I haven't watched yet. And I know what you're thinking. You mean The Many Saints of Newark, I'm sure. I haven't even gotten a chance. It's been 18 hours that The Many Saints of Newark has been out. I haven't seen it yet. Can you believe that?
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
I saw El Camino. I saw El Camino midnight release. That's how big of a fan I am.
I know, and that sucked. So you can only imagine.
I don't know.
Yeah, so I'm going to watch many. And also, here's the difference, though. I find my pocket, I'm a busy human being. So I got to find my pockets of TV watching time. What really throws a monkey wrench in is when my wife is like, oh, I'd like to see that. And I'm like, oh, God. If it's a series and my wife is like, oh, I'd like to see that, it's going to take me 2.5 months to watch the thing. Because we'll watch 20 minutes and she's like, all right, I'm going to go to bed. And I'm like, well, I mean, I was really planning on staying up till 1 o'clock in the morning and watching at least 6 episodes. I don't know. This is not the pace.
Let's get through this.
Yeah, this isn't the pace at which I watch TV. But so that's, so I can't watch Many Saints of Newark without Jess. So that'll be our watch for tomorrow. Today, I decided to put myself on something that I had no idea what it was. I had just heard it being talked about. I'm a big believer in when stuff is just in my zeitgeist, when something penetrates my bubble, I want to find out what it is, right? I think that's fair. When I'm just hearing conversations, when I hear something 3 times, I find out what it's all about. That's kind of my rule of thumb. Within a short
period, the basis of this show.
Yes. Me finding out about something and then letting you know about it, and that's exactly what this is. It's a program on Netflix, and the program is called Squid Game. Squid Game is the program. And I'm going to tell you, Hot Dog, I don't know if you realize how little I knew about Squid Game before I gave it a shot. Because you had said, you were one of the people. You had said, I haven't seen it yet, but everybody's talking about this Squid Game show. And I was like,
right.
Huh. And I was like, I think I heard something about that on Twitter or something. And then just a couple articles crossed my eyes. Everybody's watching Squid Game. I was like, all right, let me watch Squid Game. I swear.
You also start saying the memes everywhere before you even know what the show is.
And I didn't even know they were Squid Game memes. I was looking at the Foot Locker.
Exactly.
I was looking at Foot Locker Instagram. And it was a card with the triangle and the circle and the triangle and the circle. And under
it looks like the PlayStation.
Exactly. It looks like the PlayStation buttons. And under it said, buy some shoes. And I was like, I understand that reference. But so how little I actually knew about the show. And it's pretty great. If you're actually going to enjoy a show, sometimes it's really good to go in with absolutely no knowledge. I literally thought it was a game show where people eat squids or something like that.
That's what it sounds like.
I thought when they said Squid Game, I was like, I guess it's a game show. I thought people liked it the way people like The Circle. It's just such an absurd, terrible, clearly humanity is just drifting away from our fingertips type of show that people are obsessed with it. So sitting there the Squid Game show. And you're like, no, it's the Squid Game show. And I was like, oh, it's a show with games in it, but it's not a game show where they eat squid. It's no. And I knew it was like an Asian show, or I don't think I knew it was from South Korea, but I knew it was an Asian show. And I was like, oh, Asian markets. I think that's where you could get squid. I'm sure it's a game show where they eat squid and hit each other with tentacles and
yeah, I get this. Let's dive in.
Yeah, I bet it'd be fun. And it's like, no, it's a drama. And I was like, oh, all right. Well,
it's totally off.
And they go, but no subtitles. It's dubbed. And I was like, oh, I love dubbed. I do love dubbed.
Whoa. Oh my God, Sam, please don't tell me you watched dubbed version?
The dubbed version is great. I love the dubbed version. I'm definitely watching.
Sacrilegious.
Oh no, I'm watching the dubbed version was the first one that came up for me. And I was like, yep, that's the one. And I mean, the dubbed version, some of it does not translate at all. Like, it completely loses the drama. It's like, they're like, oh, who's this guy? I don't know, just crazy hobo stuff. And I'm like, what? But I don't know, maybe, because look, I like all, like, these old, like, B movies, like Italian horror movies and stuff like that. And a lot of those movies are dubbed, and even, like, Italian Westerns. Like, a lot of those old movies are dubbed, and they're not dubbed very well, but I find it, I don't know, I find it charming for some reason. Like, I find that there's a charm in the dubbing. So, yeah, I didn't even realize. The version you watched was subtitled?
Everyone watches subtitle, bro. If you watch a dub, you're kind of like
stupid.
Oh, I don't have time to read. Yeah, you're kind of stupid if you do it.
Yeah. It's like, no, it doesn't, like, it's not the same with subtitles. Yeah, because you're an idiot. No, I get that, and that's a fair criticism. But maybe Netflix might. Did your thing automatically?
Mine was Korean by default, and I didn't even know there was an English option. I accidentally clicked on it, and I was like, ugh, gross, and then I switched it back.
Bro, I didn't even know there was a subtitle version until this conversation just now. I just now found out that there is an option that's not dubbed, because I think my Netflix must just think I'm a big idiot because they put the dubbed version on right away. Like, no, this will be better for you.
Here you go.
Yeah.
You're not going to read.
Yeah, no, this will be way better. And I was like, oh, this actually is pretty good. Yeah. No, I've been watching the dubbed version. I'm about 2 episodes in. And this is not a game show at all. And there's not even any squids in it. Like, it's not a game show with squids. There's like a shape, which I don't even think looks like a squid. But there's
I have no idea what the fuck that looks like.
I don't know what they're talking about, but it's like a shape. So basically the premise is that we are on a journey with this guy who's lost everything. He's real bad with money. He's lost everything. And this is all in the first episode. So I can't spoil this show because I'm only 2 episodes in.
It's the premise. It's the premise of the show.
The premise of the
show. Spoiler.
Right, exactly. And the premise of the show is the whole cell anyway. Like, it's not like you don't know where this thing is going, right? There's only one way this thing goes. But,
right.
So basically this guy is down on his luck. His wife has left him. He tries to see his kid when he can, but he doesn't really have that many options of seeing his kid legally. He's living with his mom who thinks he's a loser because he is a loser. You know, he's got a terrible gambling addiction. He's indebted to like the Korean mob. And it's a show from South Korea. It's dubbed. And he accepts an offer from a guy and he gets drugged and he wakes up in this space where they found a few hundred other people like him. And they're all in this giant warehouse room full of like beds, you know, and they all wake up and they find out, look, I'd like to play a game. We're going to play a game, sign up. And they say, if you play 6 games, they're children's games, you have to play and complete 6 games. If you play and complete those 6 games, you get a whole bunch of prize money. If you lose the games, you get eliminated. And everybody's like, all right, we'll do that. Because as it turns out, like there's 400 or 500 people in this room and they're all indebted to like the mob or loan sharks or other criminal people that it's not like Columbia House, you know? It's actually pretty difficult to get away from this debt. So they find out during the first game. The first game is red light, green light. You know, you got to stop when it says red light. That's where this big, creepy, iconic robot comes in. This iconic robot is, this is the image of the show, right?
Yeah.
The
first game.
Giant, childlike robot with elbow joints. The elbow joints creep me out more than anything for some reason. But they find out while they're playing the first game that, like, you know, obviously red light, green light, if you run, even after they say red light, you get eliminated. Well, what they find out is eliminated means you get murdered, you get murked, you get shot, you get Arn Anderson to death. They shoot you.
Now I pull out my Glock.
Yeah, you get Arn Anderson and you're dead. And people start freaking out. They're like, the fuck? What do you mean? You're gonna if we don't if we don't stop when you say red light, you're gonna shoot us? And they're like, yes, 100% yes. And so that's kind of
the game right now.
No, unfortunately not. We can shoot you right now. No. Okay, we can keep playing. And that's what it is. It's like, you know, people are so down on their luck and beaten up by this capitalistic system that they have no choice but to put their life on the line in this sick and twisted game to try to get their share of, I don't know, $50 million or something like that. It's in
won.
Yeah, it's in South Korea.
43 billion won.
Yeah, I think that's like $50 million though. Maybe less, maybe 40 million bucks, something like that. But yeah, so it's not terribly dissimilar from the movie Battle Royale, where people are all put on an island and they all have to kind of compete to the death. You know, the prize money goes up with every player that gets killed. So there is actually this weird benefit, and it becomes this play of morality and how badly do you want this money and all this stuff. And it's very gory. And that's one of the reasons why I celebrate this show. I love when anybody can figure out how to make gore mainstream. You know, when they can figure out how to get the collective to be like, oh, this is a great show. This is a great show. And it's just like blood everywhere. I'm like, okay. I mean, part of me is like, wait, why is it okay when this show does it, but when that show does it, it's gore porn? But then I don't vocalize that because I'm just happy that people are embracing a show with this kind of violence on it. Yeah. I'm not trying. I don't want to get stitches.
But they were just like, oh yeah, Sam, you're right. Totally right. And then they just re-release it. No gore.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to ruin it. So I don't need to do that. That's not my space.
It's a good show. What I just don't understand is all the hype that's behind it.
You said it was mid. You said it was mid. In one of your
mid, bro.
In one of your desperate attempts to not hit the age of 30, you said today that the show was mid. First of all, you complained that the millennials were bolstering this show. You complained that this show was being platformed and overhyped. You didn't say platformed. I said platform. But you complained that the show was being overhyped by the millennials. And I was like, hot dog, the millennials are like 30 and 40-year-olds. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean, the implication still stands. It's millennials. I was just pointing out how this is a millennial thing.
Grown-ass people are doing this or kids?
There's some millennials that are like 25, 24.
No, there's not. 24 right? Is not a millennial. First of all, there couldn't be some millennials that are 24 and 25. Like all the 24 and 25-year-olds would have to be. No, people in their early.
It's a state of mind, bro. It's a state of mind.
Oh. Does that make you a boomer?
No.
Oh.
I was just. But I always say mid. You probably just never heard it because you probably never caught on to it.
You always say mid.
As of like 2 months ago.
2 months ago, more like 2 weeks ago, when when older Twitter started becoming aware of it.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I like that. It's like it.
Didn't it come from sneaker culture? I assumed it came from sneaker culture.
Yeah, I assumed that too.
Yeah, because high is good and like a Jordan 1 mid is garbage. So when somebody said mid, I got it right away. But when you said it, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, let's retire it.
Yeah.
Like if I said that in front of high schoolers, they'd just be like, ah.
Exactly. I mean, you'd be Steve Buscemi with the skateboard on your back.
Yeah.
Hey, hey guys, that's mid, no cap. Am I right? Oh, hot dog.
Yeah. I tried saying cap, and I was like, no, that's not.
You can't.
That's not gonna work for me.
You can't. Because were you trying to figure out like how is cap supposed to work in a sentence? I'm not sure. Yes.
And then I start saying like my roommates are actually hip, and then I say it like 6 months after they've been saying it
because you finally get it. Like you finally get it, but they know they're like, it's not for you anymore.
No,
it's not for you.
But what I don't get is just hype. All the articles and the Netflix CEO going, it's on track, if it's not already, to be the biggest Netflix show ever. That's insane. Well, there's been so many Netflix shows.
First of all, like, I don't know why you're mad at the Netflix CEO for just reporting numbers, but like that's yeah, but they're literally, I don't know if you read this. This is going to drive you crazy. There's a South Korean broadband internet service provider, an ISP, that is suing Netflix because of the amount of traffic that this show, and obviously everything else on Netflix, right? But I mean, it's happening now when this show is hottest. So this show is what's being credited for it. But this show is making it so that the South Korean broadband provider is suing Netflix for fucking up their business because everybody is streaming the show.
A bunch of like just people jumping on the Korean bandwagon.
That's okay. Okay,
that's what it is.
Yes, that's what it has. Nothing to do with like, I mean, it's good, but it's not that good. And I don't know why you guys are hyping this so much. It's you feel like you have been a K-pop guy and you've embraced Korean pop culture. First of all, you haven't even that much, but you think that you've really embraced Korean pop culture before it was cool, which you didn't. But you think that you did. You think that you did. And now that it's becoming super, super mainstream, like K-pop has its own category at the VMAs. Like BTS is not this like people actually know BTS songs and stuff. It's not this. Couldn't be less obscure. They're more popular than any act in America with Americans. And now this show comes out and people are like, yeah, this is the greatest thing ever. Your little indie band, which is somehow Korea.
All of South Korea.
Everything in South Korea has become mainstream. And you're going, no, this is supposed to be my thing that makes me unique and quirky.
Yeah, you like South Korea, Sam? Why don't you name 5 cities in South Korea?
Yeah. And Seoul doesn't count.
Yeah. Of course, you mentioned Seoul. Bro, I've been on the K-pop drama train since like 2010. You know?
First of all, you were about to say 2000 and then you added a decade to it. You went 2010.
You know, ever since like it wasn't on Netflix, it wasn't readily available. I had to go on like one of those like obscure websites and search out the show, and you know, and it wasn't even like official dubbing. It was like a fan just dubbed, subtitled the whole thing.
Bro, don't
say I'm a phony. I've been there, buddy.
You can still fanfic Squid Games if you want to. Nobody's stopping you from just because there's more fanfic out there doesn't mean that yours won't be good, buddy.
Yeah, but they're not. It's not because there's so many Korean shows that are good, and then this one comes along, and I'm like, oh, okay, let's check it out. It was like regular. It was regular shit,
bro. It's not regular.
Show that blows up.
This show is dope. I watched only 2 episodes of it, but first of all, the fact that there's gore, the fact that there's drama, people love this uncomfortable thing. Like, and I think that part of, I mean, I guess it's part of capitalism, right? Part of the way our lives work, and part of what comes with freedom is this thing where like there are potential highs and potential absurd lows. That's why people love like that episode of The Sopranos where Tony comes in and takes over the guy's sporting goods store because he's a degenerate gambler. Like there's this thing that we all have inside of us that's like, yet no matter how much we have, what would we do if we lost it all? And the more that you have, like if you have a family, if you have a house, if you have a wife, if you like as you accumulate, and then you start buying stuff that you like, you got your TV, you got in my case, you got your sneakers or whatever, and then you go, well, what if I got involved in some weird shit? What if I started, doing the wrong thing? It's the same reason why intervention it's such a popular show. What if one time I tried this drug and I got totally hooked? It's kind of like I think it's the same thing that appeals to people about roller coasters, except this is real life. You can feel, every single person can relate to that thing of like, look, thank God I don't have this problem where I'm going to cash my mom's insurance check or whatever and take it to the horse betting OTB and lose everything and get indebted to the mafia. But like, all of us are 3 steps away from that. We can all relate.
I have that problem with B&H.
Exactly. You're sitting there going like, you have debt. You have these creditors coming for you. Like they're
B&H sharks.
Right. What if your company went under? What if tomorrow? Exactly. That's. but I'm saying, if your company went under, you're totally screwed. You're not living within your means.
No.
You paid $200 for that director's chair behind you. That's crazy. There's no reason for that.
Yeah.
But
it's just I get a raise, and it's just I'm gonna raise my expenses now. That's what's happening.
That's it. And we all do it. Everybody does it. Like, the percentage of people that live check to check is like astronomical. This idea that student loans are just a thing that you just get. Like, of course, if you get into college, you then go for student loans. Like, it's just, why wouldn't you enter adulthood? Why wouldn't your first step into independence be with loans? You should be in debt before you can start any. Why wouldn't it be? That's the way the system works. Like, it's just normal. And you go like, well, what kind of house can I afford? And nobody thinks about what kind of house they can afford. Everybody thinks about what kind of down payment can I afford.
Nice.
Right? That's it. Like, you go, even your apartment, even if you're renting, you don't think about what kind of apartment can I afford. You think about, what can I afford to put down the first and the last of? And then I'll figure out the rest of it as I go, right?
Let's get that 3% down payment, baby.
That's it. How many months ahead are you in your bank account on rent?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't. I go week to week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So there's that element of the drama that I love. Stories like that. Everybody can relate to it. None of us are that safe. We all could get fucked at any moment. That would leave us in this position where you're like, you know what? I think I'm going to put my life on the line to play red light, green light. And if I win, I get $1 million. And if I lose, I get shot in the face. Like, nobody is that far away from having to do that. And when
it's
you,
an easy game.
But yeah, I mean, it's not a difficult game. It's like red means stop, but you can't move at all. That's what I didn't know. I thought you just can't move forward, but you can't even move your arms around. That's tough. That's a little tougher. Especially if you're scared because there's a whole bunch of guns pointed at you, and Arn Anderson is just peeking out his car window.
Yeah, you play red light, green light, and you say, "Oh, please don't hurt me."
Take out my Glock.
How far did you get today?
2 episodes.
2 episodes. Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And it really is, though. It really is with the dubbing. Like, he goes into the police station, and the guy goes, hey, what was that guy's issue? And the cop literally goes, I don't know, some crazy hobo stuff. What can I help you with? And then, like,
that's great.
And then there's a scene where the guy reflects on it, and he goes, oh, remember when that cop said that? And it plays that scene again, some crazy hobo stuff. And you're like,
oh, okay. So you haven't even gotten to like the worst English dubbing. Was there are some parts where like they use like, there's actual Americans and whatnot. But it's so fucking weird. I'll wait until you get to that, and then we'll talk about it. But
I mean, so this is why the show, in 2 episodes, this is why I'm enjoying it. Number 1, it's got that. Number 2, it's got violence. It's got violence and gore, and also this thing where it's and this is why like Saw was so good, because it's got this gore that's happening to like relatable people. People, it doesn't seem like it's this worlds away. It's like, holy shit, like that would be insane to watch that stuff happen. And then, I mean, the colors and these massive sets and the design of everything is like phenomenal. It looks crazy. It looks like
Big budget.
the whole show looks like an NFT to me. the whole show with all like the pinks and like the spy. It looks like that famous painting with all the staircases going everywhere and everything. It's amazing. But yeah, I mean, look. Is this going to go down in history as my favorite show of all time? Like, no, it's not my favorite show of all time. But it's pretty badass. No?
I mean, yeah, it's good. I gave it like a 7.5. I mean, which is good.
Yeah.
You know, but it's not.
It's not an 8.
Oh, well, yeah, it's not great.
7.5 7.5 is a C+.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And so it's like
C+.
If I watched it the way you watched it, I mean, not the way you watched it now, because now you know it. No, well, now you know that there's so much hype. But like, if you didn't know anything about it, if I watched
I thought it was a game
without
show.
any hype,
I thought it was a game show with squids.
So you were already pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I was like, nobody's actually eating squid. I thought it was like, oh, who can eat the most squids? And I was like, I mean, I guess. I was literally like, I'll watch this shit show just to talk about it tonight. And I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know?
So like, if I went in that way, I probably would have enjoyed it more. But just with all that hype, being the biggest show on Netflix, I was expecting so much more.
I see.
And that's on me. Maybe.
Rusty Taylor says, it's not better than My Two Dads or anything, but it's okay. But what's better than that show, My Two Dads? You know? Everybody talks about Paul Reiser and how good he was on Mad About You, but it was nothing compared to My Two Dads. Nothing.
Best show on Netflix.
My Two Dads? I didn't know it was on Netflix. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna keep watching the show, man. I'm looking forward to watching more. It's fun. They said that the phone number on the back of the business card. People always wonder, like, some people are annoyed by the fact that in American movies and on TV, they always do the 555 number. You know, like some people, they say it takes them out of the movie. They do the 555 thing. But they said they didn't do that. They put a real South Korean phone number on the back of this business card in this show. The guy who owns it says he's getting 4,000 calls a day. 4,000.
Hi, I'd like to join your game, please.
Yeah. 4,000 phone calls a day. And get this, but this is how brilliant people are. There's a South Korean politician that's offering the guy 85 grand cash for his phone number. Which is like brilliant. I mean, it's like having squidgame.com or something like that. Everybody's calling this number and just the recorded message picks up going, vote for whoever.
Vote for me. I'll give you 45 billion won.
Exactly. There's a big piggy bank hanging above you. The cash is pouring into. Also, I'm going to kill some of you, but the rest of you will get a lot of money. That should have been what Andrew Yang did. Andrew Yang was just like, I'll give all of you some money. If he had been like, I'm going to kill half the population, but the ones that survive are going to get triple the money, I think a lot more people would vote.
I think about it.
You would, right?
Because you ain't going to get me. You know.
I mean, Hot Dog, let's be 100% honest. There's a good chance that you would get got.
Oh, you ain't getting me. I'm leaving with something, you know?
Yeah, no, I don't know that. You're a very gullible guy. You're kind of what's known in some circles as a sucker, you know, a mark.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this, Sam. Green light, red light.
Okay, let's try right now. Let's see if you survive, okay?
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. You can go back to your director's chair. Okay.
Okay.
Green light. Red light. I got you. You're dead. You just boom, you're dead. You just
That was a delay.
No, you just died. You definitely just died.
No, that was totally a delay. I totally had that.
I think I just earned myself a little extra.
I would have had to like appeal that decision if I was there. Like, hey, don't shoot me.
You appeal these nuts is what they would tell you. Because I got the hot dog money put into my piggy bank just now. So yeah, that's what I'm watching. That's what I'm gonna keep watching. I'm gonna watch some more of it after the show tonight.
Nice.
Because I'm not as busy as some people. Some people out there, some of these TV stars, they're out here and they're super busy. I think you know who I'm talking about. Hot Dog. I'm talking about the other dog, not the hot dog. Dog the bounty hunter. Dog is out here He's saving the world. Can you imagine? Okay. All right. Let's get into this a little bit.
Mhm.
Gabby Petito. Petito is her last name, right? Gabby Petito.
Yeah.
First, she goes missing. You know, she's got a lot of fans. People fall in love with her because she was a van life social media person. She had a ton of Instagram followers. She was doing stuff here on YouTube. Her boyfriend comes home without her. There's some suspicious text messages. The whole thing goes. Brian Laundrie is nowhere to be found. He's not talking to anybody. His parents are like, I don't know. Don't ask me. He ends up disappearing. She ends up with her body being found. It gets ruled a homicide. The parents aren't helping anybody. And Brian Laundrie, the boyfriend of this poor girl, disappears. Now, this story has blown up so far. First, it was the thing about the missing white girl syndrome. You know, that I guess I think people were saying that the media suffers from. And the media was saying that the internet suffers from. The media was like, no, this isn't us. This is like Twitter. And everybody else was like, what? It's definitely the news. Like, it's definitely the news. And then the news would be like, yeah, I mean, it's these social media detectives. Why is it always white girls? And it's like, no. It's you guys. And then the media was like, I don't think so.
Others in the media.
Or others in the media. The other station. And it's like, who have you been talking about? So who have you been trying to find? Mainly Gabby. But I felt bad when that narrative started because it was almost like I felt bad for Gabby's family because I'm sure that Gabby's family had the greatest of intentions. You know, they want to find their daughter at first, and then they want to find justice for their daughter, the poor
white daughter.
And then you got that narrative floating around where they're like, I want to find all the daughters, but also my daughter. But yeah, I mean, I'm that not what. And so
all daughters matter.
And so they did the right thing though. They started a foundation to help other missing people be found and everything. So they're like, okay, now we can focus on this. And just when they thought, okay, this horrible thing that's happened to our family, the last thing that we want is for a circus to be made out of it. You know, you got to treat these things respectfully and the fact that these are real people dealing with real things. And they're like, we don't want a mockery to be made of this. We don't want a circus to be made of this. We want this to be treated seriously. And then here comes Dog the Bounty Hunter with his mullet and his shirt unbuttoned going, I hear you, and I'm here for it. And you're like,
not
okay,
even that.
This is
not even though you find out that this is turning a circus when he's knocking on your door. You just imagine just waking up and Dog the
Bounty Hunter is here. Still in his gimmick.
Yeah.
Still in his Dog the Bounty Hunter gimmick. And it's like, are you got to be fucking kidding me? Dog the Bounty Hunter has now co-opted, and that's co-opted. People use that word a lot, but Dog the Bounty Hunter has co-opted this story. I believe so that people forget he proved himself to be a very bad person through recorded conversations. I mean,
what are you talking about, Sam?
Exceptionally bad person. Not somebody that like got drunk once and said a thing that they shouldn't have. I mean, the type of conversation where you're like, oh, they're a bad person. I mean, he might as well have just said that he is a bad person. It's like when a tape comes out and a person just says that they're a racist themselves. And you're like, well, I mean, even if you apologize, is that not true? Were you lying about yourself? I don't understand. So,
I mean, I don't remember what you're talking about. I just know him from this whole Brian thing.
Yeah, I know that he was on a very popular bounty hunter TV show.
Yeah, then something happened in the middle.
And then, I don't know, and then there was a step 2. I forget what that was. Step 3 was he found Gabby. And no, he didn't find it. What?
Yay!
Yay! He's on the hunt now for Dwayne Dog Chapman is on the hunt for Brian Laundrie. Because as luck would have it, he was on his honeymoon. You know, his wife died of cancer in 2019. 2019.
Mm-hmm.
He was on his honeymoon in September of 2021.
Yeah.
Honeymoon already.
Yeah.
Less than 2 years. And hey, his honeymoon was in Florida. And he heard all this Gabby Petito stuff was going on. And he was like, I can help here. Honey, we're not leaving Florida. And I guess his new wife, much like his previous wife, God rest her soul, is also involved in the family business because they decide to stay in Florida first. I mean, they're from Hawaii, right?
I can look that up.
Can you imagine? Yeah, please do. I think they're from Hawaii. And I can't imagine who leaves Hawaii to honeymoon in Florida. Like, what? You leave Hawaii to honeymoon in Florida. You know where I honeymooned, Hot Dog?
Where?
Hawaii, of course.
Oh, that's
Hawaii.
nice.
Everybody, you go to Hawaii or maybe the Bahamas. We did a mini moon in Bermuda, one of the islands. Turks and Caicos, maybe. I don't know. Someplace beautiful.
He lives in Hawaii.
Maybe. Hawaii.
Yeah.
Hawaii. And so he's like, where do you want a honeymoon? Florida. It's like Hawaii, but with tons of meth. Oh, yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Is there any place that's like Hawaii, but way more meth, alligators, and COVID? Yeah, Florida's good for that. Oh, let's go to Florida. Why waste our time in beautiful Hawaii? So we go to Hawaii.
I got this idea that he was on his honeymoon.
Yeah.
In Florida.
Yeah.
And then the FBI, kind of like one of those like old school movies, the FBI just barged in on his honeymoon and said, "Dog, we need you now more than ever."
Yeah, no, I heard there was a thing where the FBI was actually in a meeting and they went like this. Someone call the dog. And they called it. They called Dog, who's, by the way, 68 years old. 68. He's almost 70 years old. And he's out there. He says he's got boat crews, ground teams, and rescue dogs, which I thought he was the rescue dog. But he's got all this assembled to try to find Brian Laundrie, who has been missing for like what? I feel like it's been 2 weeks now, right? That he's been missing.
3 weeks.
Yeah, his parents won't say where he is, won't say where the last place they won't say anything. And I know you're supposed to protect your kids, but I mean, at some point they could be somewhat helpful, you know. I mean, it's kind of absurd what's happening here.
Huh? Never heard of him. Don't know what you're talking about.
And I know that they're not going to tell anybody anything because Dog the bounty hunter went right to their house to try to get some answers. And even he couldn't. And I mean, if Dwayne Dog Chapman can't get answers, I don't know who can. But I tell you what, he added $10,000 to the reward, which is now, I guess it's like it was $170,000.
Mm-hmm. Which he's going to get back when he releases all this footage.
I mean, you don't think yeah, of course he is. Of course he is. But I mean, at $170,000, Dog, throw in $30K, make it an even two bills. Like, I don't know what, $10,000, bring it up to $180. Like, come on, guys. What are we doing here? But he has, and there have been, every day he's been saying that he's going to get closer and closer. I guess there's this island. I didn't even know people went camping in Florida. I had no idea camping was a thing in Florida. They got dinosaurs in Florida. I mean, that whole place seems so dangerous. I can't imagine, like, when you're camping, I guess you have to take measures to not have to deal with bears and raccoons and stuff like that. But, I mean, dinosaurs? Nobody's ready to handle that. They got big iguanas.
Gators.
Alligators.
Yeah, I ain't fucking with that.
Although I seen an alligator lose to a garbage can this week.
That was dope.
That was so fucking cool. You saw that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
big boy.
If anything is going to make you feel like, okay, we're on to something as human beings, like we really are the dominant species. I'm going to find that for you guys. We need to play that tonight. I totally forgot about that. But if anything is going to make you realize that human beings won this whole thing, that we are the top of the food chain, it's like this is as close as we're ever going to get to dinosaurs versus human beings. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a second. Let me just type it in here.
Let me see if I can find it too.
Uh,
Gator, Florida.
I mean, you could just type in alligator garbage can, right?
Video.
Gator, Florida. That feels like it's going to be a lot more difficult to sort through all the results.
I got it. Let me send it to you.
Yeah, send it. What, are you going to email it to me?
Zoom, baby.
No, don't do it on this computer. Oh, yeah. Actually, yeah, do it on this computer. That's perfect. Okay, yeah. Send it to me in the chat or whatever. Yep, okay, I got it there. Okay. So, where was I? 68 years old. He's got the boat cruise. Oh, yeah. Dog the bounty hunter. Every day he's been saying that he's close. So, I didn't realize that Florida had camping grounds at all. But apparently there's this, like, island. The dog thinks that he's on. He said it would be perfect for Brian Laundrie to hide himself on this island. And that's where he thinks he is. And we do already have a clue. Did you know we have a clue, Hot Dog?
No.
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we do. Dog showed it to us. There it is. It's a gold. It's a can of Monster Energy Ultra Gold.
Okay. Previously
consumed. Now, I know, Hot Dog, what you're thinking. Must have been DNA tested, right? And they found Brian Laundrie's No DNA has been done on it whatsoever. Dog said that he found a campsite that had recently been used. Like, I don't know, maybe there was a fire or something. And next to it was this consumed can of Monster Energy Ultra Gold. He said there wasn't even any rust on it. And there's a lot of rain in Florida. So if there's going to be rust on anything, it's going to be on a can that's been out. So that means that this can has not been out there very long. So Brian Laundrie is near.
Could that not have been any other Floridian?
I mean, I guess when you put it like that, Florida probably is the capital for Monster Energy Ultra Gold consumption. Yeah, that might be true, but so far,
card, you know?
Yeah. No, you're right. It's not like the Wet Bandits leaving something behind. Ha! You followed my trail of Monster Energy Ultra Gold empty cans. You're smarter than you look. Well, they don't call me the dog for nothing.
It's just dog just following the cans and picking them up one by one until he gets to.
Yeah. What's that? What's that puddle? Wait a minute. There's bubbles in that puddle. That looks like carbonation. Yeah. He puts his finger in it. I know that taste anywhere. Monster Energy Ultra Gold. Laundrie is near. He's leaving little Tide Pods behind him everywhere he goes because he's Brian Laundrie. You know, that's his little calling card. That way everybody knows.
Almost got me now, dog.
Yeah. I mean, this is what I mean. Like, listen to this conversation that we're having. These people lost their daughter. They lost their daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And all we can do is make jokes about Dog the Bounty Hunter. And you know who I blame for that? Not us. Dog the Bounty Hunter. It's totally on him. Totally.
You know, maybe this is what, you know how people talk about cancel culture and
run amok?
And like, well, what is the step towards like rehabilitation for like people? Like, you can't just like shun them from society. Yeah. Maybe these people just need to, like you mentioned, did some despicable things. Like, maybe they just need to go on the hunt and do something cool, like finding someone like someone who's in the FBI's most wanted, and then that's how you come back in.
Are you saying that the way to get over cancel culture is to glom on to somebody else's tragedy for fame?
Look, like if Dog said, well, I'm sorry, he said some racist stuff. I don't remember. Whatever.
I do. It was very racist.
But if Dog finds this guy, forgive and forget, right? That's fair.
I mean, and then
that's a good trade.
I mean, to an extent, but then here's why it's not a good trade. Because then he's going to put out the book, and then he's going to put out the special on, like, one of these cable channels, and then he's going to make all this money off of it. So it's like, that's the trade. Like, he's profiting off of the tragedy. He's going to. So that would be the trade. You can't also have, and your cancel culture gets taken away. You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. I mean, you can't have everything.
I think this is a great thing he's doing, and I'm just saying, let's just let him. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
He's got Black Twitter on his side.
He does?
I think so. They're making jokes about it. He's better than the FBI and all this stuff.
Oh.
He should be finding these black girls.
Okay, that's what he's got to do to get out of.
Yeah.
To get it. I mean, yeah. If he finds Brian Laundrie and then goes on a crusade, finding like
Just
women of color that have been taken. All right, then we're on to something. Now we got a business. Now we're talking business, hot dog. Now we're on to something.
Okay. All right.
So we were talking about Florida. This is what we were talking about with Florida. This came up earlier this week. Let me full screen it for you guys so you can see it. It's just a guy, like, I swear to God, this is mind-blowing to me. At one point, like, we have the garbage cans outside in like a garbage can house, you put them in like it's like just a small little box that you can fit 2 garbage cans in, and it's made of plastic. It's like cheap, but it's just so like, the animals don't get in there. Cause we get deer, we get raccoons, we get all that stuff. And I guess I had left the doors, it opens out like that. And I guess I had left the doors open during the afternoon. And then I saw them open at night and it was dark. And so I went to shut the doors and I saw a raccoon in the garbage house staring right back at me, just sitting there between the 2 garbage cans. I gave up immediately. I said, "That's your garbage now, raccoon." I went right back in the house. I was like, "There's nothing we can do." And Jess was
You don't like raccoons? They're so cute.
Bro, yeah, if you want just rabies and to be killed and mauled to death. Raccoon, you watch too much, this isn't a Bradley Cooper raccoon. This was not Guardians of the Galaxy. These raccoons are vicious, vicious creatures. And they got these razor sharp teeth and these razor sharp claws. And they're ready to demolish you at a moment's notice. So no, I do not mess with raccoons whatsoever. If I was in a contest with a raccoon, the raccoon is winning, I believe. So no, I want no parts of a raccoon. None.
Okay.
None. And I did. And Jess was like, "Did you shut the garbage doors?" And I went, "No, it's no longer an option, unfortunately, for us." She's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, we lost the rights to the garbage tonight. The raccoon got him. He's in there, he got him. It's not for us anymore." Whatever. She rolled her eyes. But when I saw this, so the fact that I can't even handle a raccoon, like when you look at it, like in terms of physics, you go, "Oh, I see what he's doing here. You're scooping up an alligator with one of those big plastic garbage cans." Okay.
Yes.
But like, there's no way. There's no way. I'd be petrified of this thing if I saw it. An alligator is a dinosaur, clearly. Like, there's no way you could tell me that alligators didn't hang out with dinosaurs or that it shouldn't be called like an alligatorosaurus. Clearly, it's a dinosaur, right? Are we all in agreement with this?
Yeah, especially when they get to the size that they get to in Florida.
Oh,
This one wasn't
God.
crazy big, but there's some big mofos in them.
They're like the size of school buses in Florida.
Yeah.
They're insane. You see those like monsters that walk across golf courses and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of.
It's terrifying.
Just imagine that thing just like running towards you.
No. That's it. I'm done. You win. You win, alligator. Do what you want. You want my house? It's yours. But look at the way this guy handles. He finds an alligator on his front lawn. And instead of doing what I would do, which is call animal services and lock every door and window in my house and panic through the window, this guy
Call
just
911.
I would call 911. I would absolutely call 911 and say, "I have a unwelcome prowler outside my house. Okay,
I need you guys to shoot this gator."
Yeah. Can you describe the prowler? Like it's like an alligator skin. What he's wearing? No, the prowler has alligator's skin. It's an alligator. It's an alligator. That's that one. Can you just come get the alligator? Yeah, it's very scary. There's a squirrel outside my house. Can you guys come shoot it? Watch him. He's coming in.
And he can't even see that well.
Look. And listen to all these people around him, too. He's got an audience. He's very intimidating.
It's a lot of pressure.
A lot of pressure. And if an alligator bites you, you know none of those people are coming to save you. It's an alligator.
Nope. You're calling 911.
Oh, yeah, and running. Calling 911 as they leave.
Hey, let me know when they ain't going inside. Let me know.
Let me know.
Somebody let me know when they ain't going inside. I got you, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you're saying, Hot Dog. You can barely see it. So he's just sitting there going like, let me know. And they're like, all right, go for it. And he's like, you got it. And it's just time to go alligator scooping. Look at that alligator, the way it opens its mouth like that. No way. No way. Oh, the lid's down. Okay, see, this is crazy. Now, he's got his arms up by the lid, but the alligator's only halfway in. I would be so terrified of the alligator just crawling out and jumping up and biting my hand off or something like that.
I would have gotten terrified when the lid hit the alligator and the alligator started squirming. I would have been like, okay, that's it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
because the alligator is now like moving the whole trash can because alligators are super strong, and now you pissed it off. Now the alligator's not like, oh, I wonder if this is bad for me. The alligator knows only one of us is walking out of here. Oh my God. Oh my God. Did you see it? He just picks up the garbage can like nothing, shuts the lid tight, and boom. And you sit there and you go, this is why. People talk about bears and how you're so fucked if you see a bear and it's following you. You know, that's what they say. If a bear is if you make eye contact with a bear, you're done. You're screwed. It's over. If a cheetah or a lion or a tiger, there's so many things that can get you. And you go, how can humans be at the top of the food chain? How can that be? We're not the strongest. The brain. The human being has this amazing brain where we've built structures and we've built devices that can destroy. Houses and guns are what makes human beings the dominant, and garbage cans are what makes human beings the dominant species. The fact that we are smart enough to not only invent the garbage can, but then see the garbage can, think to yourself, that's about alligator size, and scoop up the alligator in there. I mean, that's literally step one. Why couldn't an alligator just trap a human in a garbage can? First of all, they're too stupid to even think of a garbage can. No alligator
the concept of it.
Exactly. No alligator has even thought to invent the garbage can. No alligator even thinks about garbage. They eat garbage. It's ridiculous.
We build the pyramids. We build.
I know the aliens did. We didn't build the pyramid. The aliens did the pyramids. But
allegedly, yeah.
But
we build the Empire State.
We did do the Empire State Building. We did do the Golden Gate. We did do the Golden Gate.
Fuck these gators up.
Yeah. The aliens did Stonehenge too, but we did Big Ben.
Yeah, give us half a credit,
Big Ben's a hell of a clock. Ain't no alligator that could build Big Ben, okay? And if I get one of those hands, on Big Ben, I'll beat the shit out of an alligator with it.
If they said tomorrow, all of humanity, Sam, line up because we're going to war with alligators, I'd be confident, but I wouldn't be in the front line. But I'd be confident that we win.
I'd be confident that humans in general would win, yeah.
And they're like, Sam, do you want to go in the front? I'd be like,
no. No, I'm going to help strategize. I'm going to be back in the strategy room. I'm going to be in the war room trying to figure things out. I'm going to be collecting blunt objects that I'll be passing out to everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody's got different skill sets. That's all.
Can I entertain you guys with a podcast?
Yeah, if you want, I'll comment on what's going on. You bring the videos, we'll put them on the screen. And they'd be like, you're not even that good at that. And I go, all right, well, I'm trying. I'm doing something here, By the way, we're going to be down in Mulcahy's Pub in Wantagh. You're coming?
Live event. I haven't been in one with you, 2 years now?
Right? Well, it's been a while, like yeah. Long Island on Monday. So if you're in the Long Island area, Wantagh, Mulcahy's Pub, we'll be watching the Monday Night Raw draft and commenting during the commercial breaks and causing a ruckus and whatnot. You know.
Getting fucked up.
Well, sure. And I'll bet drinks will be on the house, hot dog. Oh. You know there's only one rule. Here on Sam Roberts Now, and that's that every super chat gets read. I can't help but notice that you guys could be doing better in the likes department.
How many do we have? 67. Come on.
We can do a lot better
So
than
close.
that. Hit that like button and leave a super chat because I want to hear what you guys are thinking tonight. Not Sam Lehman, Hot Dog, what is your favorite game for PS5? Again, this question directed to Hot Dog because I don't have a PS5. I can't comment.
Spider-Man Miles Morales was dope.
Okay.
But I go to Final Fantasy as always. Final Fantasy 7.
Final Fantasy. Got it. Hot Dog says, I'm assuming it's a different hot dog. Just tuning in. Any chance of bringing back Jocktober on your morning show? Sorry to steer away from tonight's show. Hey, that's not a problem. You super chatted in. Them's are the rules. No, I don't think so. I mean, I'm not going through these old radio shows anymore. I mean, I guess it would have to be current radio shows. No, I'm not going through. I can't put myself. It's a lot of work. I can't put myself through listening to those radio shows anymore, and I wouldn't trust anybody else to do it anyway. So, probably not, but leave the memories alone. There's a whole lot of YouTube for you to search through. A lot of segments. Pinky Schultz, my son is watching The Sopranos for the first time, about to start season 3. I am not quite halfway through season 3. He said to tell you your daily show should be called Jim and Sam Talk Sopranos. It does come up a lot on the morning show. Thank God they made this new movie so it feels like it's more relevant than it actually is because, I mean, we really both like that show a lot.
Now, yeah, that gives you at least 5 more years of it.
I hope so. Sam Banks says, Sammy, you didn't reply to my tweet last night. What do you think of those Hello Air Force Ones? Also, praise be for AMC Fear Fest. Spooky season is the best. Yeah, I'm very excited about these horror movies coming back. Let me see the Hello Air Force Ones. Let me check that out real quick. I have already secured a pair of the Shattered Backboard Jordan 5s. Oh, the name tag ones. Yeah. I like those a lot, actually. I think they're really cool. The Hello Air Force Ones. Yeah, that look like the Hello My Name Is tag on them with the red trim on them. Yeah, I think they're really cool, actually. I did secure Shattered Backboard Air Jordan 5s at Foot Locker. Going for a second pair on the sneakers app. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow morning. Kyle Stevens, I appreciate you. Ryan Crete, have you seen Parasite dubbed or subtitled and from Korea? Parasite is a subtitled. I'm not a savage. Like I'm not completely uncouth. I feel like you can, I mean, what's it called? Squid Game is very digestible. Not that
it's not highbrow.
I feel like it's not highbrow. I feel like Squid Game is the type of stuff that you don't really miss much by looking at the dubbed version.
Yeah, but give it do like one episode just to get that feel.
Probably not. Dana Quigley, Squid Games is lit AF. I would agree with that. Dog the Bounty Hunter will catch Gabby's killer. Doink for Hall of Fame, action-packed Pee-wee. Appreciate you, Dana. Rob Thompson, good evening, Sam and Hot Dog. Excellent show so far. Not much to say, just keep grinding. Oh, we keep grinding. Grinding!
Also, by the way, Sam, real quick, now what the Halloween costume is going to be for the year.
Yours or in general?
In general. It's probably going to be the hoodie and the mask.
Hoodie and the mask or the tracksuit with a number on it.
Yeah.
Either I think like the Too Cool for School people, probably tracksuit with the number on it. Like the people that are there to hook up, it's like Mean Girls, right? The people that are there to hook up will wear the tracksuit with the number on it. The people that are like Lindsay Lohan that thought it was like a real costume party will do the big mask with the hoodie up over it.
Yeah.
Like that's not a hookup costume. That's like you're 30, bro. You really still dress up for Halloween costume.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Like I still want people to see my face.
Right.
So
I do think Squid Game hoodie with the mask on. That is this year's old-timey flu doctor.
no. Well,
You mean
yeah.
the costume
Everyone had it.
for all I mean the most basic of basic costumes.
I thought I was very smart.
You know. That's the second time this week I've called you basic.
I'm a little basic bitch sometimes.
Remember on Twitter
I
I called you basic for your King of the Ring thoughts?
It's a dope idea,
It's
bro.
super basic. It's super basic.
God.
Reed Rothschild, Bichetti show was awesome this week. Loved you, Jim, and Florentine doing Inside the Actor's Studio with Mike. I need more of him doing Shakespeare. Any news on the contract? Are you on air on Monday? That question has come up a lot. You know, I was actually at a wrestling show in a brewery in Milford, Connecticut. And while I was there, somebody was like, "Are you going to be on the air on Monday?" Even when I tweeted that I was doing the Long Island live watch party thing on Monday night, I was getting like, "Well, don't you have to be up early on Tuesday? I mean, don't you have to?" Yes, we signed an extension on the contract that I think it at least lasts through the month of October. So
Nice.
yeah. So we'll see. But yes, we'll be back on the air on Monday for sure. We will have a Halloween show this year. Dana Quigley, Giovanni Ribisi stole the show in My Two Dads. Fight me if you disagree. Giovanni Ribisi steals the show in everything he does. He's incredible. Boiler Room, it's one of the best movies ever. Not Sam Lehman, do your thing, dog. Is hoping maybe everyone forgot he's super racist. Oh, do you think? Do you think Dog is maybe hoping everybody forgets he's super racist? I think he's hoping that this kind of is at least the headline. Like this is, oh, he's that guy who tried to find Brian Laundrie, and also, as opposed to, oh, he's that racist guy and also tried to find Brian Laundrie. I think he's trying to get something to be the header.
It's working.
I don't know that it is.
Well, people like you keep bringing it up, but you know,
haters, as they're known in some circles.
Yeah.
Reed Rothschild, all this dog talk makes me want to watch South Park where Cartman is dog. That's the best. Ryan Crete, please new outro. Cheers to guns and garbage cans.
Outro or intro?
Yeah, we don't have an outro.
Yeah.
Reed Rothschild, I'm not a big rap fan, but I was blown away by the Super Bowl halftime lineup. I'm actually excited. Did you see the Super Bowl halftime lineup?
It's Eminem, and it's I just saw Eminem was like on it, but it's like
You really are.
people, right?
You really are as basic as it gets. Eminem's gonna be there, right? Ooh, Eminem.
Okay, Dr. Dre, Snoop.
Listen to this lineup.
Kendrick, yeah.
Eminem, wow. You think he'll play Slim Shady? Dr. Dre, Kendrick Lamar, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Snoop Dogg.
Okay, so Eminem is there.
Can't believe you picked Eminem before Kendrick, before Dre. It's like
Before Kendrick and Dre? Yeah.
it's Kendrick.
Yeah. I mean, Kendrick is, current.
Yeah, he is. Over here going
it's a dope lineup.
I mean, Dre and Snoop Dogg on stage together?
Yeah, it's a dope lineup. Eminem's on there too.
I'm over here going like, nothing but a G thing, Dre Day, next episode, and you're like, what did I forgot? Forgot about Dre? Forgot about Dre? Anybody want to there forgot about Dre?
He's not doing Dre Day. He ain't doing shit.
Please, all you want to hear is Love the Way You Lie by Rihanna and Eminem. Jeff Johnson, Sam, will you fight Ryan Sampson at Ellis Mania? No, and I'll tell you why. It's an insulting, I'm insulted by the offer. I'm assuming that maybe you just thought of that. If Ellis thought of that, I would tell him to his face. That's a very insulting offer. God bless Ryan Sampson and everything that he does. But, I mean, Ryan and I are not, number one, we're not I mean, we're not in the same weight class. We should just probably put that out there. That's not an insult, I don't think. We're just not. But number two, like, I host a talk show. I'm a personality. He hosts a top 40 morning show. It's a different deal. You know, Ryan Sampson could fight like, I don't know, one of the other music personalities. I guess those music personalities are starting to run out, but like, Ryan Sampson is in like Ryan Seacrest's world. I am edgy, you know? Like, I'm a little dangerous, you know?
Rough around the edges.
Exactly. I'm kind of a shock jock, you know, where you never quite know what I'm going to say, but let's be honest, I'm just saying what you were all thinking. You know, that kind of guy.
Just telling the truth.
Hey, this ain't no place for soccer moms. That's what I always say. If you're a soccer mom, you might as well turn the dial. But that's me, you know? And I think that's
YouTube try to ban me.
I mean, I did get banned from Twitter for that Tide Pod joke that one time.
Ooh, Twitter jail.
So, it's dangerous. Sam, can you shout out my boy Ice Wallow Cum? That was a funny one. Yeah. All right, guys. I appreciate you all being here. You know I always do. Don't forget, we got some more likes up there. I appreciate you guys smashing that like button. I appreciate everything that you guys do. You're wonderful people. And never forget, I'm going to cheers with you later. We'll see you next time, guys. Have a good one.